He'll bring it out. It's Martin. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Offense set on first down. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Fires to the tight end. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Trying to move the sticks on third down. Back to throw, it's Allard. Using his legs to buy some time. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
Where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down.
Oh, the fake. They snapped it to the up man. He's on the move. They weren't fooled for a minute. Close to the first down, and they'll turn it over.
And obviously you're trying to catch him off guard, but it didn't work. I'm not a fan of fake punts. I'd rather put my offense on the field and guys that do this for a living all the time and are really good at it, but tried the sneak attack, and it did not work.
Now the crowd responding in the red zone, trying to help this defense. Looking for room, it's Price. Able to get 1 down to the 15. Here comes 2nd down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
That's how you blow up the screen pass if you're on defense. You got to hit the quarterback fast and force the incompletion.
3rd down, and this crowd will blow out a vocal cord to help this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch. Their physical pass defense, it brings up a 4th down. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. What a disappointment. No good. And after the miss, guys, the score stays right where it is. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Running behind that left side. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Dropping back, it's Aller. Finds the check down. No chance to run, but still a good gain.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of him.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. He'll try the left side. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And the Nittany Lions will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Hauls it in, looking for space. And they'll get it down after the return at the 27-yard line. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a high level.
The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Mitchell. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
Nice play there. And I know when you think Notre Dame football, you're thinking about running the football and all those NFL offensive linemen they have, but when you've got playmakers like him on the perimeter, you've got to be able to take advantage of him. This guy has the chance to play on Sundays. He's too good. If you've got a window to throw and that guy's out running the route, give him an opportunity.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Going to the ground. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
They'll run it. It's Love. Headed to the end zone, and he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Irish! Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. 7-0. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Bowman.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Shakes off the defender. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The whole Penn State legacy is built on toughness, getting it done on the ground, and they pick up a first down.
And you got to start there with the physicality, the ground game, getting that going. That's kind of a Northeast thing, right? Being tough, being physical, bringing that lunch pail.
And a nice, solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having to pass block every play. You've got to keep defenses off balance.
A run up the middle is stopped for no gain.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuffing the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
To the air, it's Allard. Working that left side now. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The Nittany Lions have this offense rolling. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Fires to the big fella. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form time.
And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter.
Loss of 1 play. Now, 4th down. Number 93 on the field goal. That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Notre Dame 7, Penn State 0.
And to open the second quarter, they'll start with a field goal try. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. It is good.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. Fielded in the end zone, it's Price. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here come the Irish, back on offense. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. They're getting this guy lathered up. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they say you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time, David, the defense dialed it up at the perfect time, and what a tackle.
Great tackle. I'm surprised, honestly, he held on to the football. That is what you want. You want physical knockbacks. When you're on defense, you watch the tape, coach is like, is the running back falling forward? If he's falling forward, we're not doing our job. There was no falling forward on that one.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Looking to throw, it's Leonard. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
On third down, going up top. They'll run the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time, the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it, there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Running back goes in motion. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Love. Running through contact. Oh, look out on the right. Running free, going to the end zone, but way back behind him, there's a flag on the field. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it in style with a 57-yard toss for 6. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the offense on first down. He wants to start this drive with a pass. He's got it.
That's a great job by the wide receiver, understanding where the first down marker is. Don't mess around. Don't run 2 yards short. Get to the first down, catch the football, move the sticks, and get an extra set of downs.
It's a fumble. The defense all over that loose ball, and now they're bringing it back.
Man, and it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Takes the handoff. It's Love. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snaps, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating a loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
Wants to throw. It's Leonard. Pocket starts to collapse. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
A 51-yard field goal is not really unreasonable in terms of range, but they'll try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete, a missed opportunity for the offense.
And that is a big-time drop right there. 4th down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the first down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need you later on. I still believe it.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
And I love these offensive coaches going right back to your guy. I believe in you. Just because you fumbled doesn't mean I'm not going to give you the football.
Yeah, he's repaying the favor right now to this coaching staff as well. And doesn't it just seem like he's running with a little bit more juice? He looks like he's ticked.
Man, a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. Back to throw, it's Aller. He lets one fly deep, and that pass is intercepted. Bringing it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Here come the Irish back on offense. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on fourth downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route running all the way across the field. The DB just can't stay with them because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
Crosses the 30, he's got away. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, that's a really good-looking physical run. I'll tell you, when you think of Notre Dame football, too, you think of all the great coaches they've had, Eric Parsegian, Newt Rockne, Lou Holtz. Those guys would love what they're seeing right now. 3 yards in a cloud of dust, wearing the defense down, running the football when they know you're going to do it. This is Notre Dame football to a T. Beautiful play.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has his offense rolling with a first down.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
Power football with the run. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
Notre Dame, number 4 in the end zone.
Getting set for the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Kick this one away.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to...
Nothing but green ahead. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this, this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big game for the offense.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. The Nittany Lions want to pick up the tempo. Dropping back, it's Aller. Throws for the tight end. And the ball is picked off. Got some room to run. He's at the 40. The 20. Inside the 10. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
Notre Dame.
Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
And the extra point gives them a 28-3 lead. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. The fair catch called for and made. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
He's going for it all. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Nice job in coverage there. Offense trying to take a shot downfield. The defender able to tip that one up in the air and force it incomplete.
They come to the line facing third and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. The Nittany Lions will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Everybody stays in their lanes. They stop him at the 31-yard line. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Clock reads 12 seconds as they head to the line. We'll see if they're content to go to the locker room. Trucks through the defender. And he slid through that attempt, and he's got room. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. To the air, it's Leonard. A shot toward the end zone. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. So that'll do it here in the first half. Stay tuned. Halftime is coming. And the Nittany Lions will kick it off to start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Price. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They'll start this third quarter with a run. On the move at the 30. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
And obviously this offense has had their way, getting the huge lead. And now, when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded. This defense has to step up at some point and be a lot more physical.
D coordinators down the road that have to play this offense, man, they're going to have nightmares because this unit has so much.
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. Though there are some notable exceptions, typically great pass rushers aren't nose tackles, but that was a great pass rush.
They're not nose tackles usually, those great pass rushers, but they are grown men. I mean, those are some adults in there. Those are the 300-plus pounders that will just destroy you in the run game. But nice job using his hands, using some power to shrink that pocket and get the sack.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Going up top. Catch inside the 30 and still running. No one there to stop him, except the fella in the striped shirt who threw the penalty flag. This one might be coming back. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and the score is 35-3. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cap things off with a touchdown pass from 59 yards out. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The offense lining up for a first down play. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Keeps the legs moving.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Looking for a man. It's Aller. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Got him downfield. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
And I know that play broke down. That is one the offense, I think, would like to have back because you practice these type of scramble situations all week long. Quarterback this time flush to his left. These receivers have to break their routes off and work with the QB to try to give him a place to go with the football. And that time just not able to give the QB anywhere to throw it.
They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33. After the strong run on 2nd down, 3rd down coming. Do they do it again? From the gun, wants to pass. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
And this safety is a ball hawk. He's a playmaker. Not only have we seen him get involved in the running game and make tackles playing downfield, but he plays the center field position as well as anybody in college football, and you saw it right there.
Here come the Irish, back on offense. To the air on first down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
They'll try the run. Open space at the 25. Can anyone catch him? Inside the 30. The 10. Touchdown Irish. And the punishment has been extended.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the 2nd level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
And he made the extra point without problem. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Penn State, 3.
He'll call for the fair catch here. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Now on second down. Takes the handoff. It's Singleton. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. The throw to the outside is complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. Line getting set on second down. Motion from the offense. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. They'll try to bully their way for the first. Still running at the 40. Off he goes. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot. That he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
42. Penn State, 9.
He'll bring it out. It's Price. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback.
Notre Dame offense will take over 1st and 10.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. The give to the back. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
I think Jesse and Reese could call offensive plays for any team if they're having this much success on the ground. It starts with the ground game, right? Like, you can chew up these kind of plays, then I can play action later on and take shots. But right now, defense is first got to stop the run game that's been chewing them up.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Trying play action. Coming after him. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. To the air. It's Leonard. Escapes trouble. Now improvising. And he gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
You got to give the defense tons of credit because we know how much speed this quarterback has. That time you saw the pursuit. They were able to bring him down for a big loss on the sack.
Running it back, it's Saunders. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. And Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Takes it the other way. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Notre Dame! What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And now they'll try to get the 2-point conversion, guys. Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He's going to be stopped short of the goal line. The 2-point attempt is no good as they are unable to extend the lead. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do have it. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Notre Dame 48, Penn State 9.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break.
Check, check. Here we go. Unlock.
Looking for space. It's Singleton. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
Thrust that arm out. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. DB's right up on the receivers. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so third down becomes an easier down. It's not third and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
Well, they came into this game today knowing that this guy was going to have to leave his mark in this one, toting the rock, and he's done that. He's come up with some big plays, and he continues to do that here late at a juncture where they've got to continue running it if they're going to win.
The give to the back. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
A huge game. Probably would have loved to say this earlier in the game. Probably would have loved to have some of these runs and had a little bit more success running the football earlier. Now, I might think about maybe cranking the tempo and probably, if I'm going to need these runs, I'm going to need to go ahead and score on these runs, or I'm going to need to start chucking the football.
The give to the left side. Trying to pound their way forward. He picks up a couple to the 31.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Looking for a crease. It's Allen. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. The Nittany Lions with the 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him.
Well, it's a good time to mix in the run play. You're down, it's late in the 4th quarter right now, and everyone's expecting you to throw, so not a lot of defenders in the box. That's a great situation to try to run the ball.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it.
Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. And they're able to get him down, but not before he gets to the 2. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. A field goal really doesn't do much for you in this situation, so they'll go for it on 4th and goal. They'll try to blast their way in. I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift, a late touchdown.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2.
Set to kickoff.
Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down.
Notre Dame offense will take over 1st and 10.
Here come the Irish back on offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting... Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on 1st down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but, like, let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but, like, let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
The back goes in motion. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Mitchell. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down.
Well, offensive coordinators put in countless hours every week trying to formate and use different personnel groupings and shifts and motions to give their offensive success on 3rd down. You can tell in this game, this offensive coordinator, he has put in the work this week.
Defense will always trying to get some tips, you know, break on the football, get a tip, get it up in the air. Nice job by the player breaking on the football and forcing the incompletion.
Looking for a man. It's Leonard. Now adjusting. Going to try to get it himself.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end, nor the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously you don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Sends it downfield. Fires into traffic, picked off.
The third down throw.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this football game, but that is the type of play that as a coaching staff you can build on for next week's game.
Timeout is called with just a single second left.
Timeout, Penn State.
And here we go. Final play of the game right here. He's looking for an open man on second down. He's taking a deep shot. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep going on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players. More physical. They were faster, and it showed today.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.